Charlie from Daily Motor. And today we've got the sound system demo on the 2022 Ford Expedition and its 22-speaker B&O Unleashed audio system. Today is going to be an in-depth review. We're going to take a look at how the infotainment system works, take a look at audio inputs, adjustments, controls, speaker locations. No Android Auto and Apple CarPlay demos today, but then we're going to head out on the road and listen to these sample tracks while we're rolling, and I'll give you my thoughts at the end. Now, if you don't care about any of that stuff at the beginning, you just want to hear the music, click ahead in the video. We've got chapters to get you right to the tunes. And if you're tired of hearing the same songs week in and week out, sign up to become a Daily Motor member. There you can hear member-requested tracks, real music, if you will, and help support the channel. So the link to the join button will be down there in the description. Before we get started, let's do a quick walk around the vehicle. It is raining today, so I'm not going to be outside too long, but the facelifted Ford Expedition. If you need to travel with your family in borderline luxury, I will say, on this top-level trim, $83,000, but you need a lot of space, a lot of towing capability, and a whole bunch of functionality and features, this is the way to go, Expedition Limited. So if you want to see more on the truck, we don't really have anything. Once we get it back at DMHQ, we'll do a highway fuel economy test and a DM test drive. Now, we always do these tests with lossless, uncompressed WAV files on a USB stick plugged directly into the system, and high-quality Roland binaural microphones in both of my ears, giving you the most realistic audio system demo on YouTube. We also do the test with the sound settings set to their factory defaults. Let's take a look at those now. Ford's putting this big vertical screen in just about everything these days. I'm not a huge fan of the way it works, and it is a little bit laggy, but overall its functionality is not so bad. Let's go right here to our little settings screen and actually scroll up to get to sound. Then you've got your front, rear, left, right, fader, and balance that comes up, and some tone settings. You got adjustments for treble, mid-range, and bass. Let's go through those now. Outside of that, you can close that screen as well. You got speed compensated volume, so as you get going faster, it'll make up for road noise and wind noise. And two sound modes, stereo and surround. Let's do those. From what I've found so far, it's actually a pretty good surround mode. It does sound a little more echoey, a little more artificial, but sometimes certain types of music, I like listening to surround mode, but we're gonna keep it in stereo because that should be more true to recording. Other than that, that's it. I'm a little disappointed that for a top-level system like this, 22-speaker Unleashed, you don't have a few more of like a 5-band equalizer, or even better, a 9-band equalizer, but you see there's still a good amount of adjustment there to do. For audio controls, you have this big volume knob right in the middle of the display. It clicks fine, feels a little cheap at $83,000 for this car, but it is functional and easy to grab for both passenger and driver. You also have volume adjustments on the left side of the wheel. For track selection, no physical track selection buttons here, so you'd have to be on the right screen. So for example, right now, I have to pull this up, and then I've got my track selection buttons there. If I were in something like navigation or the sketch screen, it doesn't look like I have a way to easily change track. I would have to click this. That comes up and do that, or fortunately you've got track on the left side, or sorry, right side of the steering wheel, opposite of the volume controls. Audio inputs in the Expedition. You go up here, you have your standard. Do you have AM radio actually? Let me check. You should have AM radio. Let me just confirm once this all loads up. Here's Sirius XM. Yep, there's AM. So you have AM, FM, Sirius XM, satellite radio, USB-A and USB-C, wireless and wired Apple CarPlay and Android Auto support, and that appears to be it. So what does that mean you're missing? Well, there's no 3.5mm auxiliary input jack, and no sort of streaming services. So even though Ford could add those later in theory, doesn't seem as though you have any sort of Spotify or Tidal or Pandora or anything like that built in. Not the end of the world, but some people would like to see that. Speaker locations. As I said, this is a 22-speaker system with, remember correctly, 1,080 watts of power. We don't often report on wattage, but that's what it has, apparently. We're going to go through, see if I remember where all of these are. So you've got a door woofer down here. That makes one. and then 2 tweeters, 2 3s, mid-range 4, 5, 6, 7. Up here in the headrest, 8, 9, 10, 11. Getting into the back. Woofer 12. This is more of a tweeter. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. In the back, 20, 21. And a big subwoofer, which you can kind of see right there, making 22. Let's turn the music up and listen to it from the second row real quick. And let's go third row. Oof, you definitely feel and hear the subwoofer right here. Yeah, very bass heavy in the third row. The second row is pretty well balanced. All right. Well, things are a little modified because of our drive event that we're at today. So I'm just gonna roll out. All my stuff's already put away. And we're gonna listen to this track a little bit, and then I'll cycle through the rest of our playlist and give you an evaluation. And we do typically like to test these at highway speeds. Unfortunately, we're not gonna be able to do full highway speeds on this local road, but we'll do 50, 55 or so, and with the rain, that should kind of give us a similar experience to being at 70. been really impressed by the power of this system. There are a lot of sounds it's making that either good bass or just even really powerful high-ends tweeters. People don't often think of treble as something you want to be strong, but it is. It's providing a lot of strength, and the mixing, the balancing is overall pretty good as well. I'm getting driving lows and I'm getting crisp highs. The accuracy is a little strange to me. Certain times I'm getting sloppy bass. You heard maybe on that last song, 2 songs ago, the ChillShop got a little bit sloppy. And what was the other thing? Sorry, I'm also paying attention to where I'm driving here. something that's important. So that was ChillShop, and then sometimes the upper mid-ranges, the tweeters seem to be making a little strange noise as well. But for this next one, we'll turn the bass all the way up and see if that subwoofer continues to get sloppy or if it stays tight. So it's actually staying pretty tight. I'm getting rumble in my seat, seeing some mirror shakeage. Not bad. I think people are going to be pretty happy with that. My thoughts on the 22 speaker B&O Unleashed sound system here in the 2022 Ford Expedition. Again, with these B&O Unleashed systems, I'm pretty darn impressed. Ford seems to really be taking their audio seriously by bumping up to these higher speaker systems. In fact, I think this sounds is as good, if not better, than the Revel systems that I've heard in the Lincolns. I feel like the Lincolns are a little overhyped. They try to have this huge speaker count and these fancy things in the system. They don't follow through with just real, genuinely good sounding music. But in the F-150 and now here in the Expedition, I've been very, very pleased with the system. And I think you all, if you're shopping for one, will be satisfied as well. So this is getting an A. It's not quite the wow factor of an S-tier system. You got to be having more audio like adjustments for that. 5 and 9 band equalizers. You got to be giving the goosebumps. You got to be a really, really amazing system for that. But A-tier, very, very good either way. So thank you all so much for watching. If you do want to see more on the Expedition, hopefully we get one back at DMHQ soon. We can do the rest of the gamut of videos and testing on it. But we'll see you on the next one. I'm Charlie from Daily Motor, and as always, drive on.